Здравствуй, мой дорогой друг. И мы с тобой продолжаем прохождение Divinity Original 7.2.
A faint creaking sounds in the
После, как ты помнишь, побега от кувалды, мы оказались с тобой в этом месте. Тут мы уже с тобой были, но, как видим, там божество привязано к какому-то дереву. Что ж, мы знаем с тобой, в чем дело. Приятного просмотра и отличного настроения. Приступим.
Is that a tree? What's hanging from it?
Let's just find a way back to the ship.
Ну да, это божественно. И тут исток. Выжимает она из них. Я не пойму, почему это дурацкое построение всегда сбивается.
Must be a way across.
The gods. Are they dead? How can this be?
Ever-tightening cursed branches constrict the great dwarven god Duna. His eyelids flutter and his face bluish and bloated. Ever-tightening Ralik hangs limp from the tree. Cursed branches, his helmeted head hangs slack at his side. But a bear... Amadia hangs before you, her face cut and bruised, her chest barely moving. You lean in. That's no tear. It's sauce. The shimmering liquid...
Орков. А кто у нас там орк? Орков же нельзя выбрать.
Before you hangs a great ethereal orc, his face twisted in a knot. A small, stout imp winces under the countless cursed threads that bind her. Tight coils wrap Tyr's and Elias from head to foot. His still face is set to a... Tight coils. Cursed tendrils tighten around Zolstissa. Her lips are moved. As the cursed tendrils slacken, Zolstissa inhales deeply. Wheezes become a hum. Then a gentle...
A champion I called. My champion did come. First among my chosen. Together we gazed into the black. We turned our backs to it. We turned. You have come. My prince. My chosen. It is not too late. Not yet. But almost.
Даже не знаю, как лучше отвечать. Тут же есть какие-то скрытые очки. То, что ты можешь действовать там как герой. Я не знаю. Что ты в этом вроде как злодей. Тебя за это дополнительно выкидывают.
I saw it as I drifted here, at the midpoint between reality and oblivion. I saw I saw Rivellon, but there was no Rivellon. There were no people, no ancient... I grow cold now, even thinking about it. It was not a dream, Godwoken. It was a threat. It was a vision of the void, and it made me tremble with fear. Yes, my prince. I, the goddess. Soon the Seven will be nothing but morsels in the maws of the void. Unless you have already set loose some of the powers locked within you. You cannot stop. Until you ascend to the... You cannot stop. Like Lucian, you will be called to unite the powers of the Seven against the void. Like Lucian, you will lead our proud people to preeminence. But, unlike Lucian, your weakness will not lead you to foolish failure.
Объединить силы семерых в войне против пустоты. Люциан там почти дохлый вообще творится.
Either a new divine rises, or the world falls prey to the void. You are my champion. So, set off in pursuit of divinity.
She opens her mouth to respond, but stops dead. Her head jerks from side to side.
You must hurry. Fire and ice, death and go.
White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade. You are frozen to the spot. The burning cold pumps.
Чё это, а?
What's happened here? Where is everyone?
Так и так. Крутенько. Угу. Ну, тут, короче, каждому надо поговорить с божественными. Понятненько.
She opens her mouth to respond, but stops dead. Her head jerks.
Either and you are my champion. So
She opens.
you fire. Go!
White-hot.
What's happened here?
Блин, кошмар. Божественность столько у ящера была. Придется сейчас новый, наверное, перетаскивать.
Either and you are my champion.
She opens her.
You fire. Go!
White-hot.
Be gone from here.
You're...
Так, мне интересно, тут что за ерунда? Портал какой-то, череп.
Thank you, my child.
Ну, так смешно ходит.
Bring my.
Прикольно.
As the cursed tendrils fade, color returns to Duna's face.
My brothers, it is profane, inglorious, perfect, my chosen. Now is our chance. Yes, we squalled like children until the boat. But here you are, the light that scatters the shadows. My chosen, my God-woken, our hope. The gods? No. I want you to save the dwarven. You have gained power, and with it, hubris. But do not forget who made you powerful. I had a vision while I hung from this tree, halfway between this realm and in this vision, I saw Rivellon as a nothing.
His pupils
Ну,
dilate.
короче, одно и то
He
же
stares
говорить.
beyond you for a moment, then blinks.
The void. It is not just coming. It has arrived. It delivered this vision to me. A threat. A promise. You must stop it. It is beyond mortal comprehension, but it underestimates you. It has not seen the great well of power within you. I have already unlocked a fraction of the... You cannot stop until you've... You cannot stop until... Only as divine can you defeat the void. Only as divine can you deliver us from evil. Only as divine can you save dwarven kind and all Rivellon from the coming darkness.
He opens his mouth to speak, but nothing comes out. His eyes grow large.
Shh. I see the void even now. It's no, it's go.
White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade. You are As the cursed branches slither away from Rallick,
Are we the first? The others, do they hang?
he strains at the ethereal ropes that bind.
You must make haste. I am bound, but not defeated. Not yet. This is not the work of fate. It will come for our people. You are my chosen. Now I have survived our enemies. You must do more than that. You have already unleashed some of the powers locked within you. You cannot stop until you become divine.
Like Lucian, you will be called to unite the powers of the Seven against the Void. Like Lucian, you will lead our proud people to preeminence.
He opens his mouth to respond.
I hear the void. I hear it calling. I hear it.
Rallick's face twists in fear. He opens his mouth. White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade. You are As he regains consciousness, Tyr Sendelius frees an arm from the tendrils that...
Curse these snakes! The others too? Am I the first to wake? It doesn't matter. There is no time. You must leave this place. It's too dangerous. Just like you, Sabine, to gloat over a god. But that pretty smile of yours will... It is here. The cosmic, the void is coming for us gods. Coming to drink us dry of our powers. We stand no... Let it be a warning to you, Sabine. Does this not give you pause? Soon the seven will be nothing unless you do as I bid you. You have already set loose some of the powers locked with... You cannot stop until you ascend. You cannot stop until... Like Lucian, you will be called to unite the powers of the seven against the void. Like Lucian, you will... But you are an undefeated god. Now hurry. Get out of... Hush, it's here. Run! Go! I will find you. I'll be in...
Так, дерзить, ладно, не будем. Это же все-таки божество.
As he regains...
The others too? Am I the first to wake? It doesn't matter. There is no time. It struck even here. In these halls. It is here. The void is coming for us gods. Obey me. Soon the seven will be... Unless you have... You can't... Like Lucian. You will be called to unite the power... Good. Now hurry. Hush. It's... Run.
White...
Ну, как-то так.
The same troubled look is visible on each face. You've seen the gods beaten and defiled, strung up as a warning.
Seems divinity is but a noose around a god's neck. And as I stood and watched, I could...
When a general falls, his army often breaks. If Rallick himself couldn't stand against the void...
Ain't seen a sight so unnerving since I left the Isle of Mists.
One shudders to contemplate.
Зря я все-таки 4 персонажей себе выбрал. Надо было одно место оставить, чтобы квесты дополнительно попроходить там за фейли и за прочее. Ну, хотя я не знаю, если честно, будут они там дальше или нет. По игре встретиться, может быть, уже возможности не будет.
This place is strange. I cannot bear you away from here. You must find other means so that we can leave. The one who brought us here. The demon that wears the face of my kin. Only she can set the course back to the land of the living. Death washed over me as we entered this place. I felt many lives extinguish in a single moment.
Посмотрим, кто там в трюме. Так. О, зашибись. А, мой сундук тут. Превосходно. Я что думал, все похерился. Тикс, это что там у нас? Не помню.
Not a soul down here. Just...
Этого чувачка тоже тут нет.
Where have you been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go. There's no time. I can't hold. Brace yourself. This a lot.
Че, все что ли? Просто высадился к соле? Да. Что, к ней прибежал?
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast. The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?
Как же круто все сделано. Я прям пусть от этого, как будто такой мультик смотришь, фантастический. Вот этот вот голос рассказчика обалденный. Вот эти вот зарисовки тоже так здоровски прям выполнено все с душой. Когда видишь такое, все больше осознаешь то, что некоторые игры делаются чисто бабки заработать. Такие как это, для того, чтобы игрока порадовать.
As your eyes adjust, you realize you're still aboard the Lady Vengeance. A gust of fresh sea... Melody explodes in a fit of retching that racks her body. At last, she sneezes and expels a glob of something shiny and silver onto the deck. It wriggles quickly off the siding and plummets into the sea.
Let's not do that again anytime soon. Hmm? Don't start. It was all I could do to save a few of them. It's not I managed all the interesting ones. I do hope you learned something useful on our little field trip. Desperate how? Oh. 1, spooky magic. 2, only half a demon actually. My mother was a bitter elf named Loda. 3, just a bit of leftover effluvia from the spell. 4, more than I can count. 5, something too horrible to mention by the light of day. And now that I've answered every question a sane person could conceive to ask of me in this moment, let's carry on. What did you see? I see. So, your god seemed uncharacteristically frightened, told you the void was coming, and that well then, it sounds like...
She inspects her fingernails with great attention, then looks up at you from under...
Did they mention how you were meant to become the next divine? Oh, what confidence you inspire. Luckily for you, we already know you can bless, but as far as I know, you can neither see source nor take it as you see fit. I may not know much about divinity, but I do know that any godwoken worth their salt will know how you need to go see the Meister.
Какая музыка волнительная.
Have I, but not in the ways a true godwoken can. Forget those ghastly little jars and wands. You ought to be able to see and speak to the spirits that wander our realm. And you ought to be able to extract the source they leave behind, too. When you're done, you'll be able to amass and unleash quantities of source so great the Lucian... I quite look forward to seeing it. She's got one of those things in Driftwood, you know, the building where people go and they do things inside of it. Give me your map. There you are. Tell her I sent you and she'll hand... You're at the beginning of a long journey, Godwoken. Now, I must be going. And so must you. Shopping. Why, our faithful little sloop, of course. We can all... Before you go... If I'm not back by the time you find out where our journey takes us next, you can call me back here. And in the unlikely case you don't manage to do whatever it is you'll need to do to become what you need to become, you could call me, but I would be grateful.
Сам что-то надо, что-то.
Hello again. That's twice now you've said, and I think it's time to start repaying the favours. I could fetch some stuff you need, maybe. Ma always said I was a great runner.
Прикольно. Офигеть. Это да. Откуда, интересно, маленький ребенок кто все возьмет?
Sure thing. I'll start hunting that down right away. Don't wait up.
Древний человеческий человек.
Hail, friend, and remember, in Lucian's love there can be no wrong. Paradise awaits, my friend. Not an actual paradise, of course. I don't think there's such a place in all of Rivellon. Paradise Downs. My parents still sow the soil there. And if the Order hadn't called me to its ranks, I miss it. I miss them. They've been forever understanding of my duty. But I admit, I've been neglectful. I have some wrongs to right. I expect Malady has an answer to that. It seems she's only as often as I need his guidance, Godwoken. When I invoke Lucian's words, I invoke his deeds too. He stood for the defenseless when the Black Ring rose up. For all of
Gareth's nostalgia lasts for just a moment longer. He composes...
She's something, all right. I question Siva's trust in her, but Malady's usefulness is self-evident. As Lucian said, you will be eternally gifted when you act in my name. You are either naive or ignorant, Godwoken. Lucian overcame the demon of lies to become our savior, our father of truth. Malice was not in his nature.
Gareth stiffens, then relaxes. Inhale, exhale.
There are times when the faces of the men and women I've lost, and I wonder, did I do right by them? Will I do right by them? It's only human to question, but you must also find your way back. Not just for you, but for everyone that relies on you. Paradise awaits, my friend. Not an actual paradise. I miss it. I expect... Hail, friend, and remember, in Lucian's love there can be no wrong.
Неплохо так. это довольно-таки круто. Какая музыка обалденная. О. Так,
Hail,
сколько там
friend,
надо
and
дать?
remember, in Lucian's love there could be no wrong.
Так, вот я единственное только не знаю.
Hail, friend, and
Гаррет
remember,
этот.
in Lucian's love there could be no wrong.
Он дальше будет появляться. Просто деньги на его подкуп тратить такое себе. Если он дальше не будет с нами.
Hail, friend, and remember, in Lucian's love there could be no wrong.
Сейчас себе. Это вот. Дорогой.
I've got sword fighters, mages, archers, all willing to fight by your side if the price is right.
Локация тоже интересно. То есть я с планшета смогу передвигаться по полу. С помощью вот этого. Такой подвижный был.
I've plenty of fighters for hire. Oh, I...
I hadn't realized I was in such illustrious company when we met before. Most fascinating, the things I've been hearing about you. That you're, how did Malady put it again? A god-woken.
Tarquin pauses, taking you in. Genial smile.
You make me sound so mercenary. No. I'm merely pleased to learn that my new friend has such great things awaiting him in the future. Both wise and well-mannered. You'll go far, I'm sure. And I do hope I get to watch. Why, it was your ally, Malady, who spared me. She claimed that I might be of some use yet. Rather flattering to enjoy the favor of such a powerful being.
можно отсюда взять. В принципе, схожу. Можно попробовать нормальненькие подтасовать.
You can put a price on the warriors I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win.
I hadn't realized I was in that you're...
Tarquin pauses, taking you in.
We may not have always seen perfectly eye to eye. A wise attitude. No? Wide was your at...
Это вечер неплохой шлем. Это тоже неплохо. Да и кинжал почему не взять? Хотя, если честно, сейчас смысла особо не вижу, потому что надо было чуть оставить до 10-го. Там, естественно, шмотки получше. Так что возьмем только его.
Reaper's Coast lies nearby. When you are ready to sail elsewhere, the wood of the sacred ancestor trees has long been coveted for its ability to resist magical attacks. I am different. I think and feel. So Friedemann used source magic to keep me alive as I was torn apart and rebuilt. He made me feel when I was an ancestor tree. The mother tree demanded loyalty also, but at least I was one of many.
Да, ну и судьба у нее. Навечно быть в этом мире и быть рабыней.
I hadn't realized I was in that you're Tarquin. You make me sound so mad. Why, it was your ally, Malady.
Ну что ж, посмотрим, что нас тут ждет. Тут сразу у нас едик. Да уж. Что это он барсуку нажал?
Damn it, is nowhere safe. Red-robed lunatics at sea, those void-woken seedlings in the... What if it's too late, hmm? What if the Knights of Dre are too far ahead in their plans?
Круглого дупла.
At least here, our shield's ignorance can be forgiven, Quercus. The Knights of Dre do not... You know their order, my friend. Mystic Squirrel Knights.
The squirrel absent-mindedly runs a paw over Quercus's spine. The air fills with the sound...
They plan to inherit the everlasting forest once the acorn drops, and the world is rid of all giants. They believe that only the arboreal will, and should, survive. I don't know. I am trying, of course. The Knights of Dre are a dangerous, dangerous order. Lunatics with a single mind together. Quercus, we can develop some magic to save us from the Great Acorn if our shield can keep... Yes, it has done an admirable job so far. It certainly lasted longer than I thought. But does it understand that we could be wiped out at any moment? Does it understand the risk? Trust. Well, yes, of course I trust you, Quercus. You're different.
The squirrel reaches out and touches your ankle, sending a hot flush rippling through your body.
Now, listen carefully, shield. If the shield can hold up its end of the bargain, we might just have a chance...
Поджог крови. Так, а где эта книга «Измечивая бриз»? И эта книга тоже делается, чуть не понял. Которую мы только что создали. Что я не совсем понимаю. Реально, куда ты к ним делся? Не, вот он. Просто из этих книг создалось, поэтому тут осталось. Чего тут так связано? Модное.
A dying shark lies gasping on the sand, bleeding from the mouth and gills. It turns its dark and soulless eyes to you. Its bloody gills open in search. It gasps in the air, struggling for the breath to speak. Its own...
No! Die here! Monsters in the water! Monsters in the deep! Monsters bigger! More and more growing!
It looks at you with its cold, flat eyes as if to say, do what you will. Then it turns away. It looks at you with its cold, flat eyes. A dying shark lies it gasps in the air.
No! Die here! Monsters bigger!
It summons the energy to snap at you, thrashing in the sand. You...
No! Die here! Monsters in the water! Monsters in the deep! Monsters in the deep!
The shark lays there, gasping quietly in the sun. It looks at you with its cold, flat...
Что ж, мой дорогой друг, пожалуй, мы с тобой на этом закончим. В следующей серии мы будем исследовать этот остров. Я уверен, что он будет намного больше, чем первый в прологе. Тебе спасибо за просмотр. И увидимся с тобой в следующей серии. Пока-пока.